Here we're talking O.J. Simpson, the All-American.
Switching over to the basketball that you care about, men. This year we have I fucking earned. Hey, I'm Justin Wagner. I'm your host of Flop Sweat Sports.
Bitch, goddamn it, a waiter.
Basketball thing's all over. We all know. You're a registered nurse with the phone. Welcome to Foul, episode 3, and we got a good episode for you. We got sports nepotism, white cornerbacks, and the Kentucky Derby. Let's get into it. Nepotism's the worst. Whether it's your shitty boss with his crappy son ruining a company, or in sports, it follows people everywhere. Will these kids live up to their dad's name? Will they, won't they? They won't. They're gonna fall wildly short of their expectations while a bunch of 14-year-olds call them pussies from the stands. I mean, let's think about it. Do we know anything about Michael Jordan's kids except for the fact that one of them's Scottie Pippen's ex-wife? No. Luke Walton couldn't get out of his dad's shadow, and I'm pretty sure Bill was on so many psychedelics, he wasn't even rebounding on this planet half the time. You see, these kids, they've got the genetics, but they don't have the hunger. And why should they? They were born into this world with a private chef as soon as they got off their mother's tit. I mean, these kids have all the intangibles, they have the genetics, but they just don't have the hunger. And why should they? They're driving G-Wagons, getting cocaine addictions by the age of 13. LeBron grew up on the mean streets of Akron, Ohio, where he had to dodge gangs every day just to play the sport he loved. LeBron was out there dodging bullets while Bronny sits back and dodges Titleists. What I'm saying here is leave these kids alone. They're under a lot of pressure. I mean, look what happened to D-Wade's kid.
Dwayne Wade, you gone too fucking far, dog. Don't cut his dick off, bro. If he gonna be gay, let him be gay. But don't cut his dick off, bro.
Another NFL draft is come and gone, and I think Goodell's finally got my NFL affirmative action letters because we've got a white cornerback, people. That's right, a white corner. Isn't that crazy? The last time a white cornerback was drafted was 1994. We've had more Bigfoot sightings than we had white corners drafted in the last 30 years, and Cooper DeJean is the one here to save us. That's right, get used to his name because you're gonna see this kid's jersey at every fraternity party across the nation until the end of time. And I don't wanna get too excited, folks, I really don't. But it seems like it's a great time in sports for white guys. I know we should hold our breath, don't get me wrong. I mean, we got a white cornerback. Mac McClung just won the slam dunk competition. And apparently there's this new guy down at OU, a football player by the name of Noah That's a trap. Not saying that. He's a white dude, okay? The Kentucky Derby happened this past weekend, or as I like to call it, black church for white people. They call it the most exciting 2 minutes in sports. For who? Those jockeys with fetal alcohol syndrome? Where'd they get those guys? The Wonka factory? I mean, it might be the most exciting 2 minutes for the wives of the degenerate gamblers as they watch those big fat horse bounce around. Did you guys see the hog on Mystic Dan? And now it's time for Flop Sweat's Flop of the Week. Did you guys see Jamal Charles at the draft? Poor guy can't read. Roll the disclaimer.